Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. Let's just go straight into this time where we can get lovely and quiet and just open our hearts and send out love and gratitude. Let's take some slow, deep breaths. We breathe in, we hold the breath, we breathe out, and we hold the breath. We can couple our breaths with a statement said with our inner voice. I am in-breathing the feeling of gratitude from the Ascended Master Realm. I am absorbing the feeling of gratitude from the Ascended Master Realm. I am expanding the feeling of gratitude from the Ascended Master Realm. I am projecting the feeling of gratitude from the Ascended Master Realm. I am in-breathing the feeling of gratitude from the Ascended Master Realm. I am absorbing the feeling of gratitude from the Ascended Master Realm. I am expanding the feeling of gratitude from the Ascended Master Realm. I am projecting the feeling of gratitude from the Ascended Master Realm. I am in-breathing the feeling of gratitude from the Ascended Master Realm. I am absorbing the feeling of gratitude from the Ascended Master Realm. I am expanding the feeling of gratitude from the Ascended Master Realm. I am projecting the feeling of gratitude from the Ascended Master Realm. Feel and see those rays of gratitude going out, blanketing our entire planet with a feeling of love and gratitude. Every part of life receiving this wonderful feeling from the heavenly realms of love and gratitude. And now we listen and feel for our heartbeat. We put the awareness of this in the center of our chest. We bless, we love, and we thank that gift of life, our heartbeat. And as we see and feel that heartbeat, bringing that pulse of light through that silvery cord from our mighty iron presence, through the top of our head, through our pineal gland, and anchoring in that blazing threefold flame in our hearts. With every heartbeat, the threefold flame becomes brighter and brighter and ever expanding. So let's visualize and see our physical body sitting in that beautiful, dazzling golden flame of wisdom and illumination. We can see it much bigger than our physical bodies, before us and above us, saturating every cell of our 4 lower bodies. To the left of us, we see that dazzling sapphire blue flame, which brings the feeling of a desire to do the will of God, the feeling of protection and faith, and the feeling of the power of our mighty I Am presence. We see the beautiful pink flame to the right side of us, just behind our right shoulder, bringing us that glorious gift of pure, divine, unconditional love. We see and feel our bodies, our physical bodies, and our 3 finer bodies enveloped in this dazzling light. Now we see that flame within our hearts, expanding and forming a beautiful sun in the center of our chests. We make the sun every bit as bright and dazzling as the noonday sun. And now we connect with our own beloved golden being in our heart, our Holy Christ selves, within the golden flame. And we see it expanding. We see that threefold flame in our hearts, expanding and meeting the larger flames created through our visualization. We see our Christ selves, these beloved golden beings within our hearts, expanding and taking complete command of our physical body, our souls, which is our etheric body, our mental and emotional bodies. Just feel and see these bodies blazing light. The great surrender to the Christ self within us. Now we fill our feelings with a feeling of gratitude. Gratitude for our many, many blessings that we receive on our daily journeys. Gratitude for our many, many lives on this sweet earth. Gratitude for our families and friends. Gratitude for our supply and our homes. Gratitude for our health and our happiness. Gratitude to all the beloved elemental kingdom, the great directors of the beloved elemental kingdom, and each precious earth elemental, water elemental, air elemental, and fire elemental, for their ceaseless service to each one of us and to all mankind over eons and eons of time, with very little love and gratitude in return. We just bless and thank them deeply from our hearts. Gratitude to our body elementals. Gratitude to the great and beloved angelic kingdom, our great beloved friend and protector, Archangel Michael, and our own beloved guardian angels, and all the legions of angels serving each one of us and all humanity and all life on our beloved earth. We thank you. Gratitude to the great ascended hosts. Gratitude for these marvelous teachings, as we know, giving us the freedom, the knowledge to make our ascension at the close of this embodiment. And just gratitude to all life, especially that life never loved or thanked. Gratitude for our golden age now dawning, the mighty victory of the light for this beloved planet after her long, long journey. And so be it, beloved I am. Jeanette, beloved Jeanette, are you able, do you have a screen?
Yes, I do.
Thank
you. Before reading the words of a master, we say together with mics muted, as suggested by beloved Lord Katumi. Beloved presence of God, I am. It is thy life and intelligence that enables me to read and comprehend and absorb that which is required of me. For life, I am so grateful. Beloved Master Katumi, I ask for your feeling and your capacity to use this instruction for God's glory and mankind's comfort. We thank you. And now, great I am presence, take me within thyself. There instruct me and cause me to retain the full memory of these inner instructions. Thank you from beloved Saint Germain.
Marvelous. Thank you so much, beloved Jeanette. And now, so for this week, we've got, Gary has read for us, bless him, a longer one than normal, just an extra page, but from Unveiled Mysteries, and it was from beloved Saint Germain. It's from chapter 5, and I was actually traveling, and it suddenly, because I put it onto like shuffle, and it came on, and I thought, oh, I'm sure this is important for us to listen to again. I know we went through the whole book a couple of years ago, but this is just anyway. It's just such important information, I believe, to re-listen to. And then this is a video recently made by the beloved ones that help us. Jesus speaks on the power of our I am presence. And then beloved Terry's reading, as we know, of that whole book. But we're now on to the causes of disintegration by beloved Orion, just marvelous. And the gems, we've got more on application from ADK Look, from the Law of Life Enlightener. Thanks to Scott, he's extracted, chunks out of these really important topics for us to go through. And then Friendship with the Gods, the beloved Silent Watcher, Adelphia. And she has a very large portfolio, but we'll get onto that as we get closer, as we read. But it's just amazing, wonderful, wonderful, beloved Adelphia. And then John will take us through that wonderful opportunity of calling for the light through the decrees. So we're going to listen to Gary.
Week 290, Unveiled Mysteries by Godfre Ray King. Excerpt from Chapter 5. The humanity of Earth, frequently in its ignorance and limitation, presumes to pass judgment upon and express various opinions about Jesus and many other of the ascended host. That practice is one of the most binding things it can indulge in. For in such activity the criticism and judgment sent forth in this way simply return to its generator, and thus mankind is bound more tightly to its self-created suffering and limitation. The activity of the law is that the ascended masters, having freed themselves from human limitations, have become a blazing outpouring of light into which no human thought of discord can possibly enter. This compels all destructive thought, creation, and feeling to return to its sender and bind him still more closely in the chains of his own creation. If human beings could see their own thoughts, feelings, and words go out into the atmosphere upon the ethers and gather more of their kind in return, they would not only be amazed at what they give birth to, but would scream for deliverance. And if for no other reason than to blot such creation out of mind, they would, with full determination, face their own divinity and enter into it. Thoughts and feelings are living, pulsating things. An individual that knows that will use his wisdom and control himself accordingly. Jesus is to mankind gaining its experience on this earth as the great God Self within every human being, is to be the personal or outer self. He revealed the master record to the outer world, and he is still the living proof of the individual's ability to free himself from all limitation and to express divinity, as was originally intended, for the first conditions in which humanity existed were wholly or completely harmonious and free. When some of those individuals who study life and the laws of the universe more deeply than the mass of Earth's children become aware of the fact that there are ascended masters, they often desire to go to these great ones for instruction. While in many instances this is an unconscious unreaching of the soul within to the greater light, yet the personal self little realizes in what relation it stands to the great beings who are wholly divine. There is a way by which an intensely earnest and determined student may make contact with one of them, but that can only be through the activity of enough love and discipline of the personality. If the motive for such contact is for the gratification of curiosity, thinking to prove or disprove the ascended master's existence, to merely solve a problem or to convince a doubt in the personality, it will never come about. Rest assured of that, for the ascended hosts are never concerned with satisfying the human side of any student. Their entire effort is with the expansion of the God Self within. so that its power may be released forcefully enough to snap the limitations in the human self that do not give it a perfect vehicle for the use in the mental, emotional, and physical worlds of manifestation. These are the realms of thought, feeling, and action. Human weaknesses and limitations simply impair the vehicle that should be trained and kept in the best possible condition, as an efficient servant for the use of the great inner God Self. The human body, with its faculties, is God's temple of energy, which the great God Presence provides, and through this outer self, it wishes to express a perfect divine plan or design. If the uncontrolled sense appetites and demands of the personality waste the God energy, so the inner presence is not given command of the vehicle, it steadily withdraws. The human self loses the power to manipulate mind and body, and the temple collapses into decrepitude and dissolution. We then have the condition the world calls death. The person who seeks to contact an ascended master in the visible, tangible, living, breathing body without the preparations needed to gradually attune his own outer structure and mind is in the same position as a child in kindergarten would be were he to see a college professor and insist upon learning the ABCs under him. There is only one passport into the presence of these great ones, and that is enough love poured out to one's own God Self, and to them united with the determination to root out of the human all discord and selfishness. When an individual becomes determined enough to serve only the constructive plan of life, he disciplines perfectly his human nature, no matter how unpleasant that task. Then he will automatically draw to himself the attention of the Ascended Master, who will take note of his struggles and pour out courage, strength, and love, sustaining him until he maintains the feeling of his permanent contact with the inner God Self. The Ascended Master knows and sees all concerning the student, for he reads clearly the record which the student has made in his own aura. This reveals the state of the disciple's development, his strength as well as his weakness. The Ascended Master is the all-knowing mind and the all-seeing eye of God, from which nothing can be hidden. The one who wishes to come into visible, tangible presence of the Ascended Host should understand that. And unless he makes himself a radiating sun of love, light, and perfection, which the Master can expand on and use as a part of himself that he can direct to any place, consciously at will, he would be useless, merely a barnacle and a drain upon the Master's work and world. If the student has not, is not willing to, or does not discipline the personal self, so it is calm in mind, peaceful and loving in feeling, and strong in body, he is not useful to an Ascended Master. When the student does not have a strong, controlled, well-developed vehicle, he is unable to cooperate with an Ascended Master, and thus do work of a kind which is beyond that of ordinary human experience.
So it's always good to keep on keeping on, isn't it? Keep on trying to just do better all the time. Okay, this is lovely. This is actually from one of the ones John read quite recently, but it's just so important, I believe, to listen to it again. Well, I hope you agree.
Saint Germain, I Am Discourses, Volume 3. From the I Am Discourse 19 by Beloved Jesus. When I said, I am the open door which no man may shut, I meant humanity to understand. I referred to the great I Am, which is the life of every individual manifest in form. I did not wish to convey that the personal Jesus was the only one to whom this great privilege was ordained. each one of you, beloved children of the one Father, has the same mighty presence within you, the great I am, that I have, and that I had at that time, by which I achieved the final and eternal victory. Here I wish you to understand for encouragement, strength, and certainty in your minds that the consciousness I used for this great victory was the use of the I am presence which you are being taught. I had made search through all the avenues available at that time, and at last the determination and desire for the truth led me to the great Master whom you shall one day know. He gave to me this inner secret and mighty acknowledgement, turning me to that mighty presence, the great I am. Through his radiation I was able to comprehend and at once begin using it. This is the only way by which any individualization of the ray of God may achieve the eternal victory and build his structure upon a firm foundation from which no outer activity can ever disturb him. At this time, I wish to convey the simple, all-powerful use of this presence to you. All who have achieved the mighty victory and who have been able to raise their bodies as I did, or who raised them before, have used the conscious activity of that mighty eternal presence, I am. When I said to my disciples and to humanity, the things that I have done shall ye do also, and even greater things shall ye do, I knew whereof I spoke, knowing that within each individualization or child of God there was this mighty I am presence, by whose use you are impelled forward with no uncertainty. I say impelled, because I mean just that. The constant use of your I am presence does impel you forward in spite of any activity of the outer self, so long as the single idea is held firmly. Storms, distress, and disturbance may rage about you, but in the consciousness of the I am presence, you can and are able to stand serene, unmoved by the seething vortex of human creation, which may or may not be about you. There is but one way by which you and the Father may become eternally one, and that is through the full acceptance of his I am presence, energy, love, wisdom, and power which he has given you, golden links, golden steps, by which you climb serenely upward into your final achievement. Sometime, somewhere, every individualization of God the Father must find his way back to the Father through his I am presence, fulfilling his cycle or cycles of individualization in the use of the activity of the outer self. The earth is the only sphere in which there is the density of the atomic structure that you experience. The conscious recognition and use of the I am presence, which you are, steadily raises the vibratory action of your atomic structure, unclothing and liberating the electronic activity which is hidden within the atom, enabling you to become self-luminous beings.
Marvelous. And I remember reading, and I think it was in the Life and Teachings of Jesus and Mary, one of Alice's books, Eddie Kellogg, and she said that the greater things are actually that Jesus referred to when he said, greater things than these that he has done, we will do. And the greater things are the decrees, because we know through the decrees we can send light to all parts of life on the earth, every soul. So it's just such a true blessing. And now we're going to listen to The Cause of Disintegration, read by beloved Terry.
Cause of disintegration. You know, there was no such thing as disease, decay, disintegration, or fermentation before mankind lost their feelings of harmony. Rust, mold, everything that is unpleasant, even in the nature kingdom, has appeared because the quality of the Elohim of peace, tranquility, is not manifest in the form which has been created. Look at the magnificent homes, temples, and cities which have come forth in the past from the minds and energies of man, creations which have crumbled into decay today. Whole continents have sunk from sight beneath the waves of the sea, all because the final activity of peace and harmony were not sustained. In your personal lives, think of the perfection of the body which was given to you at birth. Of course, you cannot consciously remember it, but I can tell you it was beautiful, precipitated into the world of form. It would never have known decay or imperfection of any kind if the flame of peace had been sealed around it, protecting it from the mass consciousness of disintegration. The activity of disintegration is as far from that of etherealization as darkness is from light. Etherealization of form, after that form has served its purpose, is a part of the divine plan of the universe. Every ascended master or cosmic being, every God intelligence on any star or system, when wielding the power of precipitation, deliberately wills the length of time through which any form of manifestation shall endure. Then, at his conscious direction, when that form has served its divine purpose for being, it is harmoniously and beautifully returned to the unformed without any marks of disintegration, such as odor or appearances of imperfection. This etherealization is done beautifully to music, and the substance which has thus served is given a definite blessing by the being who originally drew it forth. Decaying bodies and molding form are the records of the book of life of disharmony. Now, as the beloved ascended master El Morya chooses to build a new activity, which will be the heart of the world movement, to make our earth freedom's star, I tell you truly today that the greatest wisdom, the strongest will, the most powerful application will not sustain and expand that new activity unless the feelings of divine love, peace, and tranquility are held uninterrupted by those who love these qualities more than they love having their own way. From the time of the fall of man, many, many magnificent civilizations have come into being and returned to nothingness because of the lack of sustained harmony and peace. Hundreds and thousands of times, all through the ages, you have drawn forth one physical body after another, only to have them periodically disintegrate into formlessness after they had served you for a time, all because of the lack of sustained harmony in your feelings and the feelings of those about you. Now, I think perhaps I am projecting myself into the discourse of the Elohim of peace, and I should give him the courtesy of allowing him to describe his own activities in the universe. However, since he is such a mild and harmonious one, I think he would not be as vehement in his plea for sustained harmony as I have been here. Perhaps I shock you with my fiery insistence upon sustained harmony, for you would not ordinarily expect this from the Elohim of love.
Oh, lovely. Bless them. And so it is. They always just keep on referring to the great importance of us learning to keep harmony. So that's really our work, isn't it? So now our decree for all the brothers and sisters that are caught in that psychic and astral realm, and to assist our beloved Saint Germain in the violet flame temples. So we can say together, beloved presence of God, I am in me, beloved immortal threefold flame of eternal truth within my heart, and beloved Saint Germain. While my body sleeps this night, let all the constructive energy of my entire life stream be used to render whatever service is needed in the violet flame temples established in the psychic and astral realms, and to draw the full gathered cosmic momentum of the violet purifying flame of divine love and compassion through every discarnate life stream there. Let all the souls who dwell in those realms be taken immediately into those purifying temples of mercy and compassion, and there have the accumulated destructively qualified energies of their life streams purified and transmuted, so they carry in their life streams no miscreations that would add to their own or the world's distress. We decree it, and so be it. Beloved, I am. We accept this done here and now with full cosmic power, and we thank you. And now I'm going to read from ADK Look, Law of Life Enlightener. Thanks to Scott, he extracted this for us. And it's about application. The activity of the Master Saint Germain is to drive that energy into yourself. For your mental body is so little of your entire being. Until all of your vehicles responding, one day you can say, and your mental, etheric, and emotional bodies will cooperate with the physical, I am free by God, and that moment you will be. You might have to keep on saying it for a long time before you have the full cooperation of those vehicles. On the other hand, you may be one whose inner vehicles are very positively charged, and at the very first call, you have manifestation. I don't have to tell you, you know, in the use of the words of life and the fiat, whether you are having manifestation or not. If you are not, it is because someplace back in the realm of inner vehicles, you have a momentum that says, oh, yes, it isn't so. There is no fooling with the law. This law. When you come to a point of realization, then you are master. And in one word, you can say, stop. Say to the flood, stop. You can say to the great earthquake, cease. You can say to the volcanic eruptions, be still, and it will be done. But you cannot work with some of your bodies out of gear any more than you can drive your car with one wheel. You would have a very bumpy trip, I assure you. At the moment of realization, when your 7 bodies are completely aligned, when your electronic body, your causal body, your Christ self, your etheric, your mental, emotional, and physical bodies come to that point of spiritual illumination and realization, that moment, one spoken word is all that is required for manifestation and precipitation to occur. And all the power of your causal body flowing through that word brings manifestation. Jesus manifested that when he gave healing and for resuscitation even of bodies that passed through so-called death. In the development of a positive radiation, you must work for it. Everybody likes a comfortable religion. Certainly that is why the earth is in the condition it is in. Everybody likes peace. Everybody wants some other being to carry them out of distress. But how to do it is like Lord Gautama Buddha, Moses, Mother Mary, and Jesus, the severe discipline and life they went through. Those who say they do not wish to decree are making an error. This is from K17. For more than 100 years, the call from the hearts of humanity has come to me, but the voice of the outer was silent. Today, the voice of the outer has made its call to me. Thus, in the past, life has called and called, but the outer response was silent. Since your call has brought this response, is there anything that your call will not bring forth? So there we have it. And as we know, the use of the violet flame is absolutely essential to erase those scars which cause us, anxiety or whatever, other things. The more we use it, the more those scars are changed, transmuted. This is a kinder world. Oh, this is when we've seen the children. It's just lovely, but it's just a short one, but it's so lovely.
There goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now. There goes my mind racing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing.
It's a shame it stopped so quick, but it's because it's one of those TikTok ones, but it's just, I just love that one. Anyway, so let's say our decree for the animal, insect, and reptile kingdoms. Beloved, I am presence and that of all mankind. Charge your mighty light of mercy and compassion to flow through us all and bring comfort and freedom to the animal, insect, and reptile kingdoms. May each human being remember and accept their responsibility as guardians and protectors of this planet's pure and innocent life until all is set free and their divine plans fulfilled. We so decree it, and so be it. In God's most holy name, I am. We accept it done, and we thank you. Now I'm going to read from Beloved Friendship with the Gods, Beloved Silent Watcher Adelphia. So she's the Silent Watcher for the city of Philadelphia, which we know is where the original Bridge to Freedom group was, and also the Great Cherubic Kingdom and Guardian Angel of Students of the Light. So she has a big portfolio. Beloved Adelphia, bless her. She says, "Hail to thee, blessed children, serving God in the restraining confines of physical bodies. You are working toward the establishment of the spiritual partnership between the angelic kingdom and the kingdom of human beings, thus heralding the new day of Saint Germain's freedom on this earth, presently filled with so much travail and temporary distress. I bless you as co-workers in re-establishing the kingdom of heaven upon this sweet earth. In long ages past, this glorious association was natural, and the angels did walk and talk with men. What has been, remember, lives in the ethers and is more easily re-established than that which has never manifested. In every God-aspiring group who has proved themselves sincere, devoted, loyal, and constant, there is always a member of the angelic or devic host in attendance, at least during the meeting time. This being takes up the prayer force of his or her own added momentum, driving it like the sped arrow through the psychic plane into the presence of the Godhead himself. Your auras, composed of the emotional, mental, etheric, and physical emanations from your soul and outer mind, are more or less unprotected from the world in which you live. You have not yet learned the value nor accepted the power that there is in the mantle of light in which we live, move, and have our being. Thus you are more prone to accept into those auras the distress of the world than the glory of your own I am presence and the divine ones and even your cherubim. Gradually, however, you will learn that the energy directed from the immortal threefold flame within your hearts can be controlled and change the quality of energy in the world around you. To this end, the cherubim, like the spiritual hierarchy, have forsworn nirvana to help you. Thus can mankind know the value and practical benefit of association between angels and men. You have heard the service of the beloved Saint Germain is to re-establish association among angels, human beings, and the elemental kingdom. This service truly has begun. You have heard long ago that this is the law of control of energy and vibration. Now this control cannot come from willpower and be sustained, although the will to do is the first step in such association. It can come as the understanding of the Chelas is increased, their faith strengthened, their acceptance increased, and the Christ within given opportunity to burst through the hard shell of the soul, which is the accumulated experiences of ages of time. Then you will be able to not only magnetize the rays from your spiritual partners, but also to be able to radiate those rays more powerfully than all the accumulation of discordantly qualified energy with which you might find yourself surrounded. And that it was to me such a really important thing that I thought I'd just pop this in. These are two, as we know, such important statements that have come from the Ascended Masters. Saint Germain, his famous one is, what your attention is upon you become, and where your attention is, there you are. And then he says this is such a simple statement, yet it is the key to the powers of the universe. because we know that's exactly what it is. We force it into our worlds if we give it attention. And the great divine director says, you must remove the feeling in you that something outside of you has more power than the light within you. He says you must never forget that. So all those things that, people concerned about, like radiation and all that kind of thing, we have the power because it's all energy and vibration, frequency. We have the power to change it, just as beloved Adolfo says, through the calls for light. And now we're going to listen to this. This is lovely. We did listen to it, it was a few years ago, I think. It's just one of my favorite. It was a flash mob, but it was in Spain. I think you'll really enjoy it. I just love the energy and obviously the feel of it. The people just so enjoying it.
Liviamo negli eti callici che la bellezza infiora e là fuggevol l'ora s'inebria volluta. Liviam dolci fremiti che suscita l'amore, poiché quell'occhio al cuore onnipotente ci avrà. Amor fra calleggi più caldiva ci avrà. Tra voi saprò di vedere il tempo mio giocondo. Tu che follia nel mondo, ciò che a noi ne piace. Vogliamo facendo che non l'auto dell'amore è un fiore che nasce cuore proprio si può dire. Tutto c'è veda un mare, non c'è tutto zitto. Abbiamo la tazza e tanti con la nuvia bella e riso. In questo paradiso ne scoppia il mondo. La vita nel tempo quando non sami ancora. Poi vedo che è il mio destin così. Godiamo la tazza e il cantico, la noia bella e riso. In questo paradiso ne scopra il mondo. Ne
They all just loved it. It's just such a great one, that one. Anyway, thank you, beloved John. You'll take over. Thank you so much.
Good evening, all. Welcome. Thank you, beloved Anthea, for these, again, wonderful teachings in today's class. We bless and thank all the beloved Ascended Masters, cosmic beings and the mighty angels for these wonderful and awe-inspiring messages and teachings. Beloved mighty and presence, we call to you to take command of us all. Produce your mighty perfection through our decrees. Beloved Ascended Masters, we give you full permission on behalf of ourselves and of all mankind to do whatever is necessary to fulfill the divine plan in this lower realm. And we call for you to charge your mighty power and give whatever energy may be lacking from our side into all our decrees so they can manifest here and now, all according to thy will. We call to you, beloved Archangel Michael, to send cosmic rays and mighty angels of protection to protect all who have joined the Zoom class, and for all the energy released to be purified, protected, perfected, amplified, and used only to serve the pure divine cosmic light. And so be it. Beloved I am, we thank you. We say together, Mighty I am presence, great host of ascended masters, archangels and Elohim, cosmic beings and great cosmic light, come forth now in all your cosmic power. Withdraw and withhold all power from destructive forces and individuals with destructive intent throughout the world right now and forever, whether it is conscious or unconscious. Expose, seize, bind, and render helpless all these sinister forces and their activities until the light has removed them completely, and illumine the source so this may never act again, and raise up to positions of power the divinely chosen leaders. Replace all with ascended master consciousness and the divine plan fulfilled. We thank you. Beloved mighty I am presence, beloved Archangel Michael, and beloved Commander Conrad, continually intensify your protective pillar of pure light substance, and Archangel Michael's armor of light through and around me, charged with your invincible protection, all-powerful and impenetrable. I am invisible. I am invincible. I am invulnerable to anything but thy almighty perfection. And I am grateful we are given whatever added protection is needed. What we ask for ourselves, we ask for our loved ones, and that which is constructive in all mankind and the world. Thank you. We just visualize our tube of light from our beloved mighty I am presence, coming down from above, covering our four lower bodies with that thick wall at the edge, 3 feet each side of us, stronger than any steel. Just see that brilliant blue and crystal light. That light that instantly deflects anything that is not of the light. Build your wall of light. See Archangel Michael's armor of light around us, forming that impenetrable pillar of protection around ourselves, this group, our families, friends, and around every constructive person across the face of the earth. Every beloved one standing up for that truth, that justice and freedom. May God bless, direct, perfect, and protect each and every one. Thank you. I am the law of forgiveness for myself and all mankind, for all mistakes, misqualified energy, human consciousness, and for straying from the light. Beloved mighty I am presence, through your blessed love, power, and authority, we call to beloved Lady Master Kuan Yin. We ask you that you fill us with your ascended master feelings of mercy and forgiveness for ourselves and for all mankind. And we just feel deeply in our hearts that sincere desire to be forgiven and to forgive any and all misuse of life, human consciousness, misqualified energies of any kind, any wrong desires and wrong feelings in our beings and world, and every mistake for which our outer selves are responsible. We just feel that great gratitude for this blessing to all mankind, this great gift of the law of forgiveness. And through the activity of the violet consuming flame, take out of our four lower bodies while we sleep tonight every bit of substance that has been discordantly qualified this day. Beloved mighty I am presence, and that of all mankind, forgive, forgive, forgive each and every one of us. Thank you. I recall to the great central sun to charge your secret power into these decrees. We call for beloved Saint Germain to anchor a cosmic concentration of violet fire in America, Europe, Africa, China, India, the Middle East, the Far East, Russia, Australia, wherever else it is needed in our beloved world, here and now. We thank you. We say our violet fire decree together. Mighty Empress, beloved Saint Germain, and those administered the violet flame, come forth now and blaze your cosmic violet fire, and cause a mighty victory for all the world to see. I am the law of forgiveness in cosmic action now. I am the victory of the sacred fire in all its cosmic power. Mighty angels descend with your purple wands of fire, and strike them into the center of every place where there has been a history of sinister force activity. Transmute and consume it all. Cause, record, effect, and memory, and set it all free from that which was never meant to be. Replace it all with the ascended master consciousness, divine plan fulfilled, and light from the secret love star. We thank you. decree for the elementals. I am the light of God that never fails, purifying, loving, thanking, and blessing the great directors of the elemental kingdom, and every beloved earth, water, air, and fire elemental, for your ceaseless service to me and to all mankind. I am the mighty cosmic light awakening all mankind to the great intelligence of this kingdom, and remove from elemental life today the necessity for longer obeying the destructive impulses of mankind. And so be it. Beloved I am, we thank you. In the name of my mighty I am presence, great cosmic beings and great cosmic light, I decree, I am the presence charging the minds and feelings of everybody in America and the world with Saint Germain's ascended master consciousness and perfection, right now and forever. I am the presence, blessing, illumining, perfecting, and setting all free in service to the light. I decree for the purification of our beloved earth. In the name of my mighty I am presence, and by the power of the great host of ascended beings, we demand a cosmic living sword of blazing flame continually strike into all human miscreations back to the very beginning, causing all negative energies and entities in the psychic and astral realms and in the consciousness of all mankind to cease to exist forever. Cause, core, effect, record, and memory, freeing all human and elemental life from that which was never meant to be, and ensuring the psychic and astral realm is no more. Replace it all with the immaculate concept for all life, ascended master consciousness, and the light substance from the secret love star. That thy will be done, and so be it, and so it is, beloved I am. We thank you. I decree for divine justice. I am the most intensified cosmic action of the flame of divine justice, blazing throughout the world right now and forever. I am the law. I am the justice. I am the judge. I am the jury. Knowing that I am all-powerful, then I know that only divine justice can be done everywhere, here and now. Beloved Lady Portia, ensure divine justice prevails throughout the world, right now and forever. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. Now, before we say our final decree, by the blessed love, power of our beloved mighty I am presence, we call to you, beloved mighty victory, to fill us with your full feelings of victorious accomplishment, that cosmic feeling of ascended master victory. We say together, I am the victory of the cosmic light. I am the victory of the cosmic light. I am the victory of the cosmic light. I am the cosmic flame of victory, which reigns supreme everywhere, right now and forever. We accept these calls answered as they are made, according to thy will, with full cosmic power, maintained and trebled each instant of each hour by the power of the cosmic 3x3, until fully manifest. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. And as we end now, let us focus on that beloved love star radiating within our auras, placed there by beloved Sanat Kumara as a gift to all mankind, assisting us in holding that frequency of unconditional divine love. It is a true cosmic blessing. We love and thank you, beloved mighty love star. We ask that you expand your mighty supreme light through our four lower bodies, and to saturate all whom we pass by on our earthly journeys with that unconditional divine love. To that mighty secret love star shining from the heavens for this 2,000-year period, we bless and thank you and all the mighty cosmic beings from the great central sun, holding this focus. Expand your supreme light through our individual love stars and around all life evolving on our sweet earth. We thank you. We deeply thank and release all the beloved great ones invoked and will constantly answer our calls. Thank you, blessed healers. May each and every one of you be abundantly blessed by our beloved Father, Mother God, I am.
Lovely. Thank you so much, beloved John. It's wonderful. Now, I'm just thinking who might like to read the closing invocation. Morel?
Yes, dear Anthea, I'd be very happy to. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you.
Closing invocation. Before ending the session, we all say, with mics muted, Beloved I Am Presence and beloved Master Kuthumi, nourish the seeds planted in my consciousness so that the ideas entrusted to me become manifest flowers of perfect expression in my world and in the world of all my fellow men. Beloved Presence of God, I am. Pour the light of thy great glory upon my consciousness and nourish the seeds planted by the Masters. We thank you.
Thank you, Morel. And just a moment of deep gratitude, truly, for our opportunity to learn these amazing teachings from the beloved Ascended Masters and to assist in bringing our earth into her glorious light through our I Am Presence. Thank you, everybody. I was going to stop the recording.